And good morning, rise and shine. It is the crack of dawn and I am on 3 coffees. It is your buddy, Austin Shelley here. I gotta tell you guys, are you excited? You better be excited because we've got some exciting news for you. I am giving a new formal introduction to a nice little band known as Professional Help. Now these guys come from a quaint little area known as New Westminster, British Columbia, and these guys are something else. We're gonna have a new episode of Diary of a Band coming right now. Let's go. When I first heard about Professional Help, they had just released their debut single, a song called In Spite of You. Now the band is currently preparing for the production of their debut EP. So today I am going to get to drop in on a little writing session, and I'm bringing along a small camera crew to document it.
That's you there, Austin Shelley.
That sounds like Mike. How you doing, buddy?
Not doing the greatest, but whatever, I'm glad you're here.
I'm here for the big interview. Hope you guys are all doing well.
No, we're actually doing kind of shitty, to be honest.
Anyways, I got my whole crew here. We're ready. We could probably set up and do this interview in about half an hour. Just buzz me in.
Alright, I'll let you up.
Let's do this, guys. Now, between the 4 guys, Mike, Simon, Orsen, and Kevin, they share a fairly collaborative relationship when it comes to hashing out creative ideas. Today, they're doing just that. And my crew and I will get to be like a fly on the wall, capturing the process and bringing you a typical day in their studio.
Sure is a nice day. Turned into a good one. Rained last night. I can still see the water on all the rooftops here. It was quite gloomy this morning, but it's sun's coming out.
Yeah. No, it really kind of kills the mood for working on this song. It was all nice and dreary this morning. We all woke up and we were like, hey, let's work on a depressing song today. Now it's too nice out. Way too nice to work on this one.
Oh, we still feel like shit though, so that should help us. The weather today actually very much reflects the arc of this song. It reflects the content of this song. To be honest, when we woke up this morning, we were thinking, hey, maybe we should be working on sort of a depressing song. Since it's kind of gloomy and dreary out and we wanted to tap into the emotions of the moment.
I would say we kind of try to feed off the energy of the moment. So whatever we're all kind of feeling, it's like, all right, who's inspired to write this type of song or that type of song? Sometimes we're not in the same wavelength, but usually we're kind of in the same territory, and that's where we're at today.
Then the weather all changed, and now this is what we've got. We've got a beautiful sun off in the distance there. That's the way this song is. It's about finding consolation in the knowledge that there is sun and clear skies at the end of a gloomy, dreary morning.
I've seen better days before. In times I wasn't quite so poor. I had mornings when I didn't wake up on the phone. Get caught in the troubles of today, 'cause it won't always be this way. Cause it won't always be this way.
Sometimes life just kicks you in the balls, it spits in your face, and it's like moments in life like that that makes you want to write a song like this. I think it sounded fairly good, actually.
I like a lot of what he's got going on there. I just don't know what I'm going to play.
And then the verses have to be a different, somewhat different melodically as well, because I don't want to just keep on doing a repeat of da-dum ba da dum bum bum. I would like to switch up the rhythm and the and the melody of the vocal.
Well, you know what we should do is we should discuss it. Go ask Mike.
I think it sounded very nice.
Of course, that
I could see us turning that into a good song.
This is the part that I'm a little unsure about if I should have. I'm a little unsure if this should be kind of like, if we should bring in lyrics into this part, or if there should, if it should just be instrumental. And if we do bring in lyrics, the idea I had was that whole "tell me now, tell me now, tell me now." That whole bit would be like kind of a chorusy kind of thing. So it'd be all you guys going, "Tell me now, tell me now, tell me now," like this big chorus coming in of.
Hey, whoa! I didn't say that I was gonna sing on these songs.
You know, you're asking a guy who plays drums to have to be singing them as well.
No way in hell am I gonna sing that part.
Oh, come on, Simon. You've got to get on board.
You think a guy with my voice can sing like
Now,
that?
you know what, Simon? I think that you're an absolutely lovely singer.
You're all crazy.
I really do. I think that you've got a great voice.
You're crazy. You're nuts.
I think you've got a fantastic
Listen to me, I
voice.
sound
and you
like
ought to
a-
show it.
I sound like a smoker.
You've got to start playing your part, you know.
Hey, why don't you sing, huh?
Oh, and on the other hand, I'm not going to be singing. No chance.
You'd be great at it, man. You've got a good voice.
How am I going to do that?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol,
Does anyone
la,
really think that I can play drums and sing at the same time?
I don't know, man.
You've got to be kidding yourselves.
Okay, guys, you know what? You're both gonna have to sing. Mike is gonna have to sing too, because I've got a whole bunch of songs that have a whole bunch of harmonic parts. So, start practicing, fellas.
I can't do it. I've never done it in my life.
All right, well, let's all get together and let's sit down and have a little powwow later on, and we'll figure out what to do between the three of us, and the four of us, actually, because Mike is, you know, he's off doing his thing.
Now, while I was talking with the band, it was very fascinating. We had a range of topics that we spoke of, everything from their artistic process to the struggles of getting their careers off the ground while dealing with the day-to-day difficulties of their lives. What's so interesting and fascinating about this is that they're in the midst of all this, and normally you don't get this kind of scoop with a band until after their success. With these guys, we're in the midst of their careers still rising, and we're getting the inside stories on all of the problems right here with them. Who knows what's gonna happen next with these guys, but it's gonna be big, I'm telling you. And it is just a matter of time that they're gonna reach this huge amount of success.
I'm having a tough go of it lately, as I'm sure lots of people have, and lots of people probably worse than us too. So I guess I shouldn't be complaining so much, but you know, I mean, quite frankly, we've been having a bit of difficulty in life. Most recently, having to do with our finances and working jobs that we hate and wanted to make music. I mean, the transmission on my van failed, and I got to spend like $4,000 to replace it. I got $3,000 of taxes that I have to pay. It's like, where the hell is this money going to come from? None of us have paid our taxes for 2020, and this is 2022 now. So what does that tell you? It shows us that we're in an extremely poor situation. What's the point in pursuing a dream when you're f***ing in the tank? When your life's going down the tubes, you know? More stresses, more financial pressure, more issues, just things just keep piling up. We're not having a good time doing it, so we got to just buckle down and get our music made. It's important and useful for a creative person to harness their moments of hardship and struggle. You take that emotion, that frustration, and write it into something. It yields a lot of good creative inspiration. You might as well try and make something out of it. We've been acting like a bunch of lazy bastards. We haven't been working hard enough on our music, and we've got to be a little bit more dedicated, so we'll pretty much do nothing else. We're not going to do any sort of leisure activities. We're not going to watch films. We're not going to watch TV. We're not going to drink any alcohol and go out to restaurants or hang out with friends and not have any sort of social life, so that we can actually finally buckle down and get our jobs done. That's the thing that really invigorates all of us. We really have quite a strong desire to make music together and have a successful band and be able to do that with our time instead of doing things that we're not really particularly skilled at, or what, I think I'm gonna have more success doing some other job. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be right back where I am now, so you might as well keep on trying to do what you really feel inclined to do. Keep your chin up, keep moving, not give up, not abandon your hopes and your dreams. I mean, we've got lots of other friends too who are, you know, they're in really tough situations. There's a lot to be said for that, having your good friends to lean on, go through the hardships of life together. And that's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you moving down the road of life. It's just, it can be tough trying to push through those low points. But that's where a song like this comes from. It comes from It comes from being in in that position of hardship, which is exactly where we are right now. These songs that they're capturing something about the way that we feel about the circumstances that we're in. A lot of people would be able to relate to it, I imagine. You know, feeling like in life, having a shitty time. Just gonna go have a look at our social media, see if we got any responses on our most recent post. We took a very good photo on our social media recently. It's all green, sort of like the Emerald Isles of Ireland. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
It's a good photo, though. I would say that. I mean, we only got 6 likes, 7 likes, I suppose, and a handful of comments. Maybe that would be a good transition back into the verse again. Go into the E minor. I don't know exactly how to do that transition, but I think you'll find a way if you work at it hard enough. We're not doing much work. We're mostly just here for moral support, if you really want to know. We're not really doing much, are we?
Does anybody want to get me some water? I could really use some water.
Not so sure how I feel about that, actually.
You know what, though, man? I don't think that idea is going to work very well.
No, it doesn't sound so good up there. It's nice just down here.
Good idea. Do that.
That's where it sounds right. And then you could go.
Yeah, no, that sounds great to me.
We're not feeling too happy or too optimistic about things, but so often what we do when we feel that way is we just pour it into a song. And I think that a lot of them they have that universal kind of appeal to different people.
It won't always be this way. You know, the rain is not always going to be there. The sun will shine again one day. That was kind of the theme we're going for.
It's a song with depressing subject matter that's got a hopeful message. One that will hopefully make a person go, you know what? Just because things suck now doesn't mean that they're always going to suck. There's a lot of good stuff going on with this band. We've got some good songs, we've got good ideas, but it's a matter of trying to bring it all together and make it all work, you know? Keep trying to pursue things that you know. It's ultimately your calling, or the thing that you ultimately have to give. It's like we could do something that anybody else could do. What would be the point in that? It's like if you've got a gift, you've got to try and use it. You've got to try and use it to service the world. That's what we're trying to do. We want to focus more on our strengths, not on our weaknesses. We want to harness it. Harness that energy, harness those emotions, turn them into something constructive, something creative. In this case, a song. Something like that. I don't know. That's some ideas for how we might be able to do this one.
Exciting stuff from the new band Professional Help. I can't wait to see what's next for these guys. But I gotta say, you know, there's a lot of questions that it asks. How good is the new record gonna be? Are they gonna be able to even make the record? Are they gonna be able to deal with all of the struggles and craziness of this modern musical industry? I guess you're gonna have to stick around for the ride with me to find out. So please, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, your families, even your enemies, and join me on the new ride of Diary of a Band with Professional Help. Looks like it's time for me to go. I guess I will be seeing you next time.